You're looking at two women on the screen. However, one is not equal to the other. Although they both do the same things, which is play the game of basketball, one is clearly more superior than the other. And that's this one, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is just superior in every way. She's superior on the basketball court. She has superior morals. She actually behaves like a woman. Juxtapose that to this thing that you're looking at. Gosh, I can't stand women like this. This thing who has been probably one of the worst representations, one of the worst athletic representations of black women, I'd say, in the past 10 years or so. Now, Brittany Griner is a pretty bad representation for women, too. But again, I'm not convinced that Brittany Griner is actually a woman. But Angel Reese clearly shows and clearly indicates why the black community fails miserably, why black women fail miserably, why, it's time that we have a cultural revolution in the black community because, it's making us inferior at this point. Caitlin Clark is clearly the superior person of these two because Caitlin Clark doesn't do the rambunctious and crazy and wild things that Angel Reese goes out and does. Remember a few months ago, Angel Reese gave this interview, and I was going to talk about this video, but I decided not to. I was going to talk about how big her feet are, which is one of the reasons why I'm pretty sure she's not a woman. But do you remember this? A few months ago, Angel Reese came out and says, I've been sexualized. I've been threatened. And, whenever she made these comments, I kind of halfway felt bad for her because I'm like, this is a woman who just wants to play basketball and she's being hypersexualized and, she doesn't want to be sexualized. She just wants to play the game of basketball. And I had no problem with that. But in recent months, she's done this hypocritical thing, this thing that you see a lot of black women in the media do, which is play the victim. Oh, I'm a black woman. Woe is me. We have it so hard. And when you look at what their problems are, a lot of these problems are self-induced. Angel Reese is not being hypersexualized in the media. She's sexualizing herself. Let's look at some of the photos that she's been posting on her Instagram page recently. Look at this. She's with some boy. And this is not the only boy she's been laid up with. So she's going around laying up with a bunch of men. And juxtapose that to Caitlin Clark. You'd be hard-pressed to find Caitlin Clark dressed in scantily clad. Well, because she's superior. You'd be hard-pressed to find her dressed scantily clad, twerking on some nigga. She doesn't do that. Why? Because she has superior morals. She comes from a culture where that's just not culturally acceptable. It's culturally acceptable if you're a hoe. It's culturally acceptable if you're some kind of a slut. But if you want to be an upstanding woman, if you want to be a decent woman or a decent man, for that matter, you don't post pictures like this on social media. Look at this. But I'm scared I might get a community guideline strike for this photo. Just nasty. Here she go, laid up with some other nigga. She's always laid up with some nigga. Oh, man, I can't show that one. Look at. And then has the audacity to talk about being hypersexualized. Why is that? And you see this problem with a lot of black women where they'll put themselves into certain situations. For example, they'll become single mothers. And then nobody helps me. We have it so hard as single mothers. You wouldn't believe it. And it's like, well, bitch, you did that to yourself. What do you mean you have it so hard? You were warned. Your mom made the same mistake. You mean you didn't learn the lessons of your mother and her mother? Nothing gets through to these women. And the reason that is because they've been collectively convinced that they have some type of black girl magic. All right, we need to reel this stuff in, this black girl magic nonsense. I understand it was good for the self-esteem at one point, but it's gone too far. There is such thing as having a too high of a fucking self-esteem. Once you have too high of a self-esteem, you lose all shame. Black women in the modern day context have lost the concept of shame. Angel Reese should be absolutely ashamed laid up with all these niggas that she's laid up with. Every time you look at her, she's naked or laid up with some nigga. This is why she will not be a successful basketball player. And certainly she won't be as good of a basketball player as Caitlin Clark, because if you go to Caitlin Clark Instagram, she's practicing, she's in the gym. It's off season in the WNBA right now. Who won the WNBA championship? I don't fucking know. I don't fucking care. I don't think anybody watches the WNBA except for Caitlin Clark. And Caitlin Clark is living up to the name that she's made for herself. Always in the gym, always working out, doing what a superior person does at their craft. Is Angel Reese doing that? Absolutely not. Let's take a look at this video, at this live that Angel Reese, whatever the fucking name is, that she posted on Instagram. And she talks about something paying the bills. We're going to take a look at it. She's going to talk about something paying the bills. Let's take a look.
And pays
I didn't
bills,
want to play
baby.
it on Instagram.
I just hope y'all know the WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. Let me do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah,
It covers that.
Okay, let's play that one more time.
And pays them bills, baby.
Did you hear what she said? Did you hear what that nasty hoe said? Did you hear what that nasty hoe Angel Reese said? She said, head pays the bills. Head pays the bills. And you have so many black women in the comment section on that video saying, yeah, you go, girl. Yeah, head pays my bills too. What does that tell you about black women? What does that tell you that black women weren't in that comment section saying, that is disgusting? What do you mean head pays the bill? Aren't you a woman who should be dignified? You're a woman who's supposed to be representing us on an international stage, and this is what you get online saying? You get online saying that head pays the bills, suggesting that you're some type of a prostitute? But hoism and whole culture has permeated itself amongst black women, where you have most black women who see no problem with exchanging sexual favors for money. In fact, they're proud of it. Look at the female rappers. Look at people like Glorilla and Sexy Red. Cardi B literally had a song. I used to talk about it all the time, where she would say, fuck them, and then get some money. There is a rampant, sickening, and degenerate culture amongst black women where having sex for money is considered the norm. Having sex for money is considered the norm. Angel Reese is indicative of that. And, I don't want to hear her say any more talking about how she's over-sexualized. Because, no, if she's over-sexualized, guess what, bitch? You did it to yourself. And this is why Caitlin Clark is the superior player. She's superior on the court. Let's not even talk about her superior numbers. She scored more points, more rebounds, more assists than Angel Reese did this season. More three-pointers, a higher free throw percentage. I mean, stat line by stat line, Caitlin Clark just ranks superior over Angel Reese. However, the people in the WNBA don't want, the black women in the WNBA don't want to accept that, because they hate Caitlin Clark because, she's a sweet white girl of decent morals. They want her to become dark. Literally, they want her to be dark. They want her to be a lesbian. They want her to come into the games talking about LGBT rights and how she likes to kill babies. Because this is how Satan works. This is how cults work. If you don't believe 100% in line like them, if you're not 100% of the identity that they expect you to be, they turn you away. And Angel Reese understands this. This is why she gets on Instagram talking about whole culture, giving head for money. Head pays the bills. This is why she dresses in scantily clad. This is why she goes out sleeping with a different nigga every time you see her, because she is a part of this abhorrent whole culture that has infected the minds of many black women. Let me know what you think about this video in the comment section. And remember to like, subscribe, share, and as always, stay woke.